And please pay attention with me. Just to remind you, yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? We talked about the future perfect and the future perfect progressive. What did we say about the future perfect? Hmm? What did we say? Extra mark for the student to remind me about the future perfect. Anything, example, the rule itself.
What did we say about what? Future
Future
perfect?
perfect, yes.
Subject plus will plus have plus past participle verb number 3.
Thank you so much. You're the best. Thank you so much. So we have subject plus will plus have plus the past participle. I just want to pay attention that even though sometimes the subject could be he or she or it, have is not going to be optional. You have to write have. So for example, I will say I use the future perfect when there is an action. It's going to happen in the future, but by specific time maybe, or before a specific time, or before an event. So for example, I will say she will have finished her homework by the time um, they arrive. So I have here two actions. One action is going to be finished in the future before another action. Which action is going to be finished in the future?
Homework?
Yes, finishing the homework. It's going to happen in the future, but it's going to finish first. And then the time they arrive. This is when there is a two action and one action is going to happen before another one, but sometimes it could be before a specific time. So I can say the same example, but using not the action, using the time. So I will say she will have finished her homework by noon. So when the time noon comes, she will have finished her homework. This is a specific time, and one action is going to happen when this specific time is going to happen. Clear, يا ثالث?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. The second one, which is the future perfect progressive. It's the same thing as the future perfect, but here I focus on the duration of time. How I focus on the duration of time? Pay attention here. I will say they will have been studying for, let's say, 3 hours by the time, let's say, by the time the dinner is done, for example. Two actions, they are the same thing. One action is going to happen before another one in the future, but also there is a focus on the duration. So as you can read here, to focus on the duration of an action that will be happening in the future before another time or an event happens in the future. Okay? So basically it's, if you did not write this in your notebook, I needed to write this. It's subject and then will have been verb ing. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay, very good. Now, when I have the future, this is the thing that we didn't take yesterday, which is the future with the dependent time clause. We can talk about a future event using a time clause with when, before, so I needed to pay attention to them. Here we have when, before, after, while, until, and since. Now, a present tense verb from a present tense verb form, not a future form, is used in the time clause, and will or be going to, which is going to or are going to, are used in the main clause. How we're going to do that? Pay attention, please. Here you have the example. My father will keep using his old-fashioned cord phone until it breaks. So this sentence, whenever I say that there is a time clause, I have in one sentence, I have two parts. One part, I'm going to use simple future grammar. The second part, I'm going to use one of these, and the verb after those should be in the present tense. How I'm going to do that? For example, she will, let's say, cook chicken let's say until it's done. This is two parts in one sentence. One part is going to be it's in the future, simple future, not future perfect or future perfect progressive. And then the second part, should be in the present tense. Now, give me example, Thalith, if you have one. For example, since let's say since the student answers, you see the S? This explains that this sentence is in the present simple. So since the student answers the question, comma, she will get the full mark. Let's say the extra mark. So one sentence, but two parts. How is that? One part is going to be, which is with since or while, before or after. Pay attention that if you use those words, the verb after them should be in the present simple. So since the student answers the question, you see the S of the present simple, comma, she will get the extra mark. Now, when I write the comma, if I start with those words, then I should write the comma after the verb or after I finish the meaning of the first part. If I started the sentence with well, as here and here, then there is no comma. Again, if I start my sentence with since, before, when, after, while, until, then the sentence should be with a comma. If I didn't start with them, I start with the future tense, then no. By the way, you can say she is going to get. So you can use the two ways in the future. So she's going to get the extra mark. Clear, yeah, Thalith?
Yes.
Rimas, is
كمان
it?
عيدي.
Okay, I will. Again, now here I have the future with a dependent time clause. It means that one action is going to happen in the future, but it's going to happen in order. Okay, not before another action or after another action. How is that? Simply using the future with the present simple. How I can have the future tense plus the present simple in one sentence. The meaning does not change if I start with the future or I started with the present simple. Just pay attention that you have to use those words. You have to use when, before, after, while, until, or since. So, for example, we will say, um, I don't have some. Do you have something in mind? I'm trying to think. Okay, so you can say, for example, Rahaf will or is going to, same thing, is going to travel when she is ready. This is a sentence in the present simple. You can use a more clear one by saying when she finishes preparing her luggage, let's say. So, two parts of the sentence. One part, which is this part, in the future, Rahaf is going to travel. And then I should complete it with the time clause by saying when, and then she finished preparing her luggage, which is the sentence in the present simple. Is it clear now, Rahaf? Or you need?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, okay. Thalith, is it clear?
A teacher.
Yes.
The first example in the book my father will keep using is future plus past simple, right?
Present symbol. It
Present.
breaks. It breaks
Okay.
the S of
And
the present symbol.
the second one, what about the
The
second
same,
example?
yeah, the same thing. When he finished working on his invention, this is in the present symbol. He started here, he started with the future, and here he started with the present symbol. So when he finishes with the S, working on his invention, he is going to let me try it out.
The first one start with present simple, the second one started with future,
No, it's
or
the opposite.
both of them started.
They started
Oh,
here with the future, and here he started with the present symbol. Like,
okay.
what is the difference between them? If I started with the future, I don't have to put a comma. If I started with the present symbol, as you can see, there is a comma, and you should put this comma.
Thank you.
Okay? Any question? I hope you're writing this in your notebook. Okay. Now, okay, now in your book, please, I need you to pay attention with me and try to think about how to answer the questions. We are here. Use the future perfect to combine the future events into one sentence using by or by the time. Maybe you can use by and then use the action that it's going to happen first, or you can say by the time. It's a very fun exercise. Now you have the first action or the first event and the second event. The first event, I will take all my final exams. The second event, the end of June will come. So I will, the end of June will come. Both of the sentences in the future. How I'm going to combine them in the future perfect? See the example. By the end of June, so he what? He removed will. So by the end of June, I will have taken all my final exams. Again, I need to pay attention here. Two events. Both of them, he wrote them in the future. I will take all my final exams, and then the end of June will come. How I should organize this sentence by saying, remember you have to use by or by the time, and the future perfect. And just to remember the future perfect here, will plus have plus verb number 3, and you can use by the time. So Where is the time, or where is the thing that I can include the time with? June, the month of June. So I can say by the end of June, comma, I will have taken all my final exams. So in the future, when the end of June comes, I will have taken all my final exam. This action is going to be finished. Okay, what do you think about number one here, Thalith? It will start to rain. We will arrive at the picnic.
Can I try? But I'm not sure.
Of course, you can try.
By the time.
So I will write it here, ya Thalith. Number one, yes.
It will start to. Will
Say it
start to
again.
rain.
All of it. Say it again, please.
Wait, I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't understand what they want.
Sometimes you can start with either one, especially here because we have two actions. It's not about the time as in here, but you can start by either one.
By the time we arrive at the picnic.
Very good. So by the time we arrive at picnic, comma.
It will starts to rain. It will start to rain.
It will
Start
start.
raining or something.
It will. By the way, remember you have to use the future perfect.
The future perfect. It will have.
It will have
Rained, I guess. It will have start. No, it can't.
You can say it will have started. The verb
To
number
rain.
3 of start is
Oh
start.
yeah. Started.
Yeah.
Yes.
Raining. It will have started raining. What do you think, Thalith? Is it clear? If I bring some of these in the exam, for example, can you answer the question, or do you think it's a little bit tricky?
It's a little bit tricky, but it's a nice exercise.
Yeah, it's a nice one. It's a very nice one. I will give you 2 minutes quickly, Thalith, and then we're going to do number 2 or 3 if we have time. Okay, let's see number 2. I need another one to try.
My moderator.
Yes, please. Yes, Rahaf. So you have 2 events. Events number 1, I will fall asleep. Event number 2, this DVD film will be over.
I will have fallen asleep.
I will have fallen asleep. Very good.
By the time this DVD film is over.
By the time this DVD, yes,
Film is over.
film is over. Very good. Thank you so much. Now here I have two actions as we said before, but sometimes because I have to use by or by the time, the other action should be in the present simple. So I will have fallen asleep, future perfect, by the time this DVD film is over. So is here, and also we arrive here. It's all of them in the present simple. Thank you, Rahab. Yes, number 3. I need someone to try.
Teacher, can I try?
Yes, please. Yes, Rima, or
Yes, okay.
yes.
By 2020,
By 2020, yes.
I will have
I will have
uh, gotten married and
got,
had children.
gotten married and
Had
what is it?
children.
And have children. And have. Is it have? Do we have to change have? I think.
No, had.
Yes, I think it should be had. And had children. Verb number 3 of have, because it's another verb, it should be in it should be had, which is verb number 3. Thank you so much, Rima. It's very good. So I have two actions. The first one, I will get married and have children. The second event is 2020 will come. So simply I will say by 2020, comma, I will have gotten married and had children. Here, I didn't use the present symbol, simply I just used the year. So by 2020, and then I stopped. But here, I had to use the present symbol by the time we arrive and this DVD film is over. So I used those things, those two sentences in the present symbol with the future perfect. Here, because it's only time, I'm not going to use it. And as also in the example here, he didn't use any time in the first one because it's only a time. Is it clear, Thalith?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so I will give you number 4 and 5 and 6. Do you have another one? And 7 here also as an example. Sorry, as a homework. Also here, I needed to do this homework, Thalith, and then you're going to give me a picture of the book so I can see the homework. So here you're going to use the future perfect progressive to complete each sentence. In some cases, both forms are possible. Both forms, he means that future perfect or future perfect progressive. Now, Sherry started studying biology in 2013. By 2017, she will have been studying biology for 4 years. As you can see, he had the time because he calculated the time from 2013 to 2017, 4 years, and then he used the sentence in the future perfect progressive. So B is going to be your homework. Also C, it's a very simple one. You're going just to use simply will or is going to or are going to. So it's A, B, and C. Okay? How I'm going to see the homework, ya Thalith? You're going to take a picture of your book, of this exercise and this exercise. I think here you have to use the sticky notes because there is no place to write. Clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
You can send it في تواصل مع معلمك أو في أفضل إنه يكون في تواصل مع معلمك. Okay? Okay, just quickly let me take the attendance. بيادر موجودة. جود موجودة. جود is absent. دانا موجودة.
موجودة.
رغد موجودة. رفيف. رفيف is absent. ريماس موجودة. رهف موجودة. ريما موجودة. سارة موجودة. سدين
موجودة.
شفيقة. Okay, شفيقة is absent. شهد is absent. غدي.
موجودة.
فرح.
نعم.
ماريا. ماريا is absent. ناجية.
نعم.
رنيم.
نعم معلمة.
Okay. Okay, so this is all for today. If you have a question, ask me later. Have a nice day, Khalid.